Well, hello and welcome. My name is Brendan Ash. Down in Arizona. It's the 2019-2020 trapping season coming in. I'm going to be using MB 550 soft catch traps down here. I'm going to be doing some trapping for a local sheep rancher that's having some coyote predation issues. It's all private land, and we're going to see if we can take care of his problem this winter. I hope you join me and come along for the ride. As far as where I order my products from, I use Minnesota Trapping Supplies. I'm not sponsored by them. I just use them by choice. It's small business. Their orders always show up in a timely manner. The MB is American made, I believe, and they're great products. And if you need anywhere to order your supplies, check out Minnesota Trapping Supplies. They're great people. These 2 boxes of coyote trapping gear showed up yesterday from Minnesota. I appreciate the timely response. We're going to open them up. They're always packaged really nice. Give me a new magazine for ordering. This one's got the traps. I got some lure, trap stakes. Come in a nice little box. So anyway, we're gonna get that opened up, start cleaning. I gotta get this done before my wife gets home because I'm gonna wash them in the sink. I'm gonna run them through the dishwasher, which is a big no-no for you married guys. So make sure your wife's at work. Then I gotta boil them, wax them, get ready to set. So I'm getting excited. It's getting really close. 2019-2020 first season. When you order from Minnesota, everything shows up nicely packaged. And anyway, this is what we got laid out. And this is the MB 550 trap. We got 3 dozen there. And there's a lot of people say that trapping's inhumane and whatnot, but I'm here to tell you. You see the trap? It's just designed to hold you. There's nothing to it. My fingers ain't broken. Yeah, nothing to it. So I got the sink full of dog dish soap water, hot water. Just throw you half a dozen traps or so in there, and just get washing them. Just get in there, get as much stuff off as you can. Like I say, it's the process of conditioning. After I get them out of the dishwasher, I'm going to dip them in vinegar and hang them over my fence and get a light coat of rust on them. At this point, right now, I'm not trying to descent the traps. I'm just trying to get the creosote off. After I get all the creosote, I'll dip them in vinegar. And once they're vinegared and hang overnight, they'll get a nice layer of rust on them. And your trap dye will really stick to a light color, a light rusting on your traps. It really helps for the trap dye to stick. Not necessary, but it just seems to work really good for me. So before I can set these traps and make them legal, I gotta attach the anchors to the trap itself. To do that, I'm just simply using a J-hook I ordered from Minnesota Trapping Supplies, and you just put that inside your swivel like so. And I don't have a swager, so anyway, just hook it onto your chain. And I just got my pickup hitch down here. Just pinching it in pliers and whacking it with my hatchet. Seems to be working just fine. And that should be plenty to hold a coyote. And I gotta attach your trapping tag. So when you take your trap, of course, they'll give you a number. They got to be attached to your traps. So we'll get that done. Get all these traps ready. Soak them in vinegar. Let them rest tonight. Boil them tomorrow. Be setting tomorrow evening. Now that we got our traps all degreased, got the earth anchors on, and the trap tags, we're gonna start vinegaring the traps and hang them so they can rust. This isn't really necessary, but it sure helps the dye and the wax to stick to the traps a lot better. Gets a lot more uniform coating on them. So just gonna put them in a bowl and just regular vinegar, distilled white vinegar, and the acid. As soon as it hits the air, it'll automatically start rusting. It don't take long at all. Probably right as soon as you put it up. So I'm gonna get these vinegared, hanged out on the fence, and show you the next part, boiling in the trap. I don't know how well it's gonna pick up, but this has only been an hour. It's already resting up real nice. Just about ready. I'm gonna get the water going. So some of them ain't rusting quite as good as others, but so far so good. So we'll start getting them boiled up. About a half an hour per batch. So at this point we've got our traps already dipped in vinegar. They've rusted. I would rust them a bit more, but I'm getting jumpy, I guess. And like I said, it's not really necessary, and they got some rust on them. Anyway, so I poured baking soda into this tub with hot water, and we're gonna dunk them in there to take off the vinegar. It'll dilute it, takes away the acid. So I got my pot. It's getting ready. When it starts boiling, we'll add this log dye and get that all stirred up. Then we'll clean off the top. There'll be a film. You don't want that on there. Get that film off, then we'll melt this trap wax onto the top. And as we boil them traps, that wax will stay on the top of the pail. And when we pull it out, it'll coat the traps with wax. So I'll show you that process when we get to there. At this point, our water's just about ready to boil. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding trap dye. And when you do this, you want to go slow and stir it in while you're going, or you get really big clumps. So go ahead and this is black trap dye. I like black and making it brown. I just prefer the black and the black wax. You just keep adding to it and stirring it until it's good and mixed up. And after you get it good and mixed up, bring it to a boil, you skim the top. So we'll get that going. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but this is that film I'm talking about. You got to get off the top. It's all right around it. Get all this out of there, and it's time to add the wax, and it'll be just like black coffee in there when you get all this stuff off the top. So we'll get that out of there and add the wax. I'll show you that. Now we're ready for the wax. Got the nasty stuff. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Not very good lighting. I apologize. Doing this at night. Anyway, just take the wax out and drop it in there. I'm going to use 2 bars. And we're getting to the point now. We'll melt this wax, we'll get the traps in there, and at that point we're not touching our traps anymore with our hands. It's gloves. I use latex gloves. They're cheap. They work great, and I can just throw them away. I don't have to worry about washing them, getting them scent free again. So we'll be there here in a minute. Well, I've had the first 6 traps in here for about 40 minutes now. I wish I would have let them rest a little more, but I think they're finally ready, so I'm going to pull them out, and then I'll show you guys how I hooked them onto this. I can boil 6 at a time and pull them out. Look pretty good. Well, ideally you wouldn't want to put them up against a fence like this, but this is what I got to work with. But the dye looks like it took real nice. Not quite as black as I'd like them, but I say I didn't rest them as long as I normally do, but I believe they'll do the trick. So this turkey cooker I bought, it's got a tri-hook, and I can hook 2 traps per, and I stagger them. Short chains on the first 3 and then long chain on the next one, so when they're sitting in the bottom of the pot they go in nice and they don't bunch up real bad. So we'll get those dropped in there. And about 35-40 minutes we'll have another set. So looking good, getting excited. Talk to you later. Well, I'll let these traps air out all day today. I got this tote right here. I washed that out real good with soda water and desanded it. So I'm going to load my traps into there, and like I say, at this point forward, always gloves, never touch them traps. The idea is keep them scent free, so do everything you can not to touch your traps and contaminate them with human scent or other scents, vehicle scents. I'm going to bag those up in Ziploc bags and put them in. When I have to carry them, I got to put them in a backpack, so having them inside those Ziploc bags will help not get any human scent or any scent off my backpack or anything like that. So I'm going to do that, get them bagged up, and I'll show you a picture of the tote when it's all said and done.